Hey guys, I'm MB, founder of underdogchance.com, and in this video I will share all my betting model projections for the first day of MLB season. I will also show you what I think is the best bet, and I will also give you 10 tips to have the best season yet if you're new to baseball betting. And at the end of the video I will also answer this question: when should I bet on baseball? I'm betting for baseball since 2004, so it is more than 20 years. Baseball basically changed my life, and I hope this video will be valuable for many. Okay, so let's start with projections, and then I will move to other topics. Okay. So if you have my betting model for baseball, you can make your own projections. I also added some new features where you can add some settings. So of course I exclude the last 30 days and I'm focusing on last 365 days right now, and last season stats, of course, because we still don't have new season stats. A lot of people ask me when to start betting on baseball. In the past, I didn't bet for around 3 weeks. Last 2-3 seasons or 4 seasons, I started doing from the first day. But first month is a little bit tricky. Out of last 3 seasons, one made 7 units, one made -6, and one made -2 units. So it is close to break even in the first month. But of course, past results is not a future is not a guarantee for future results. So if you want to hit the right time when you start betting, this is very similar if you want to try want to hit a big parlay or want to buy stocks at the bottom, which is not possible, right? So we never really know. The best way to win in the long run is to make projections, analysis, and betting every single day. Not only that you don't know when that best bet or best investment will come, but you simply build a habit of becoming a sports bettor, improving the game, becoming better with spreadsheets, with projections. You attack plus EV every single day, and if you do this constantly in next years, then this is what will bring success, not trying to hit the right timing when to start. Because one of the biggest mistakes I see from bettors, they start betting on NHL, then after 50 bets, they see, well, it is not great. Then they stop betting and they say, okay, I will wait for baseball season. In the meantime, other people who are doing this every single day, they make profits. Then this person start with baseball betting. After first month he's negative, he doesn't make profit, and then he say, okay, baseball is not for me, I will wait for NBA season or NFL season. And those bettors are like tourists. Okay, they're not really sports bettors, they don't love the process. And what I wanted to say is, as a sports bettor, it is important to do analysis every single day. Okay, if you cannot find time for making analysis each day, at least 1 or 2 hours for sports betting, maybe sports betting is not for you. Okay, and that's why this is my answer to this. Okay, but as I said, in the past, I didn't bet in first month, but 15 years ago I was betting also on NHL a little bit more and so on. So when baseball started, I started after 2-3 weeks, and in last couple of years I did it from the first day, using last season stats. But betting mall and my betting best results came after 1 month. But again, this is not a guarantee that it will be the same. Maybe this season will be the best April, and then we lose everything. I don't know. Nothing is sure in sports betting. Okay, I could have 10 straight winning seasons, and then I lose fifth season. So nothing is guaranteed. Okay, in sports betting, this is very important thing to understand. The only guarantee, I believe, is when you do analysis every single day, and when you do your best and try to attack plus EV with numbers, with analysis. Okay, and in this video I will show my projections for first day. Tomorrow I'm going to Spain. I will not be there for a couple of days, for 5-6 days, and then I will come back. So there will be no videos this year. I will also share my free picks on YouTube channel with projections, but most of the projections will be in our membership discord group, and I will see how to do this. But anyway, in this video I will share all my projections, and I hope if you bet on baseball, you will use these numbers as your help. Don't blindly follow anyone. You cannot replicate my results. You cannot replicate Billy Walters' results, because if you want to do this, then we need to go back 20 years, and you should bet every single bet at the same price with the same amount of money, and then reinvest profits. You cannot replicate the same steps because they are gone, right? So what you can do, you can use this knowledge or some tips or some views, ideas, and you can use them for yourself if you think they can help you, and then this can help you to become winning better. Okay, and I hope you will all have a successful baseball season. And let's start with projections. Okay, so the first game, Milwaukee, and I have one qualified bet today. Okay, but we will go through all the projections. Okay, so I set the settings at 1.5 adjusted Kelly. So those who use my betting models or my courses, they know what I'm talking about. I have my own way of betting and identifying bets, and I have 1.5. I'm a little bit more selective for last couple of years, because I don't need to bet financially anymore. So I can bet a little bit less. I can work a little bit more on betting models. I can be a little bit more selective, and so on. Okay, and 1.5 is criteria for both first 5 innings and money lines. And one interesting thing, one season, first 5 innings were doing amazing, the best, and then the next season most people think it will be the same, and it was basically break even. So you never really know, but in the long run, the best strategy is to attack plus EV every single day, grind, do analysis. Okay, so Freddy Peralta against Carlos Rodon. Based on my projections, New York Mets should have 59.15% of chance to win this game. Okay, we turn these winning percentages into American odds and decimal odds. I personally use decimal odds because they're much simpler to use for betting, for building betting models. I talk about this many times. You can do whatever you want, but I personally use decimal odds. Okay, because you simply divide one by the probabilities and you get the number, and this is directly also the price that you pay. Okay, so if you risk 1,000 American dollars, then you simply multiply with this number and you get the return, and then you take away your stake and you get the total profit. Okay, it is very simple. With American odds, you always have two if function: if this then this, if this then this, because it is a little bit different calculation for plus odds and minus odds, but this is a topic for another time. It is not that important here. Okay, so my projected odds are 1.69 on Mets and minus 145 on in American odds. And if we check, those are bookmakers odds. Okay, those are bookmakers odds. As you see, my projected odds are basically the same than bookmakers odds. Okay, so my projected odds on Mets minus 145, bookmakers minus minus 145 as well. So I don't see any value. Okay, I'm looking for a little bit bigger discrepancy because no betting model is perfect. Okay, all betting models are wrong, but they are crucial if you want to win in the long run. Okay, I use no weak probabilities, of course, because if we put those together, of course, this is small discrepancy because in the back, those who have my betting model will know why, but there can be small discrepancy, but bookmakers include the weak. And of course, the discrepancy is a little bit different between my numbers and bookmakers' numbers, but we're looking only for the bets where the discrepancy is much bigger. Okay, this is difference in winning percentage, and here this is my formula, which highlights if my bet is qualified bet or not. If the number is bigger, the value is bigger, and based on my criteria right now, the bet will be qualified if this hits 1.5 or bigger. Okay, that's simply it. Okay, on the right side we have first 5 innings. Based on my projections, Mets should be 1.86, Brewers 2.16. Those are from bookmakers. There is no value, so I would skip this game. Okay, so let's move to the next game. Baltimore, Toronto, Zach Eflin against Jose Berrios. Based on my projections, 52.77% off chance to Baltimore, and Toronto 47.21%. Those are my projected odds. I have Toronto as a small underdog. Bookmakers also have them as a small underdog. I don't see any value here. Then we have Boston against Texas. This is interesting game. Garrett Crochet against Uvalde. Boston is playing on the road against Texas. And based on my projections, Boston should be small favorite at minus 117 or 1.86. Bookmakers have them at minus 114, which is very similar. Also, the odds will also change. If I would make projections a little bit earlier, the odds were even better, but I didn't do it. But we still have a value with first 5 innings. So this is the only qualified bet here, okay? And let's see why. Based on my projections in first 5 innings, we exclude bullpens, okay? So I predict or project that pitcher will go against the pitcher. So we exclude bullpens or reserve pitchers, and we look at how this pitcher will pitch against the team, and we also look at the team player stats and team stats, how they hit against either lefty or righty. In this case, we're looking how Texas is hitting against left-handed pitcher, and vice versa, how Boston is hitting against right-handed pitcher, because Uvalde is right-handed pitcher, Crochet is left-handed pitcher. And once we put all these numbers into the betting model, then I get 62.15% in first 5 innings, which gives me the odds 1.61 in decimal, and bookmakers have them at 1.81. I didn't add here American odds because I would have too wide spreadsheet. Okay, I just add there for money lines for those who use American odds, which I think if you want to use numbers and if you want to make proper analysis, I think decimal are much simpler to use. Okay, I talk about this many times. Most bettors struggle with basic math, basic statistics, and American odds even overcomplicate this. Okay, so I didn't include American odds here. So 1.61 on Boston and 1.81. What that means? So my betting model say, okay, if you bet on Boston first 5 inning, somebody should pay you 61 American dollars. Okay, but someone else, or in this case bookmaker, is offering 80 instead of 61. So there is enough discrepancy, and this adjusted Kelly criterion shows me the number 1 point no, I said 1.5. I said 1.25. I said the 1.25, sorry, not 1.5. Okay, and then if I see here 1.25 or more, then I round down to 1.25. This is 1.25 unit. Okay, so Boston first 5 inning is a qualified bet. Okay, it is always zero Asian handicap. What that means? That means that if Boston is leading after first 5 innings, it is always, okay, it is always, unless I say otherwise. Okay, so unless I say it is plus 0.5 or plus 1 or something like that. Okay, that means that if Boston is leading after first 5 innings, it is a winning bet. Okay, if the game is tied, then this is void, or you get money back. Okay, and if Boston is trailing after first 5 inning, then this is a losing bet. Okay, and this is how you use it. Okay, sports betting models are very important because you take large sets of data, put them together, and you see the matchup, and you see where is there discrepancy is in probabilities. Okay, this is not possible if you just watch games, read news, or try to guess. Okay, this is not possible. Even if you have the weakest betting model, it is much better than not having a betting model for sports betting, because if you have weak betting model, then you can improve it if you track it. But if you don't have a betting model, you don't have well-defined system, you cannot track it. How you will track if you follow someone or if you make your own bets? I don't know how do you even track this process. Okay, if I send you some picks without numbers, without probabilities, you don't know how I made these picks. Okay, maybe I was happy in the morning, maybe yesterday I had two beautiful girls at home, and I will make good bets, and then the next day I will be alone, drunk, I don't know, and then I will make bad bets. So how you will track it is completely different process. If you have betting model, no matter how you feel once you put the numbers in. You always have the same process of analyzing games, and when you have well defined system and the process, then only then you can improve it, okay, and then only you can find what works and not. Okay, this is very important. Okay, so Boston first 5 innings, this is the best bet, I think, on the first day. It is only qualified bet from my betting pool, and I will go quickly through all other numbers. Zach Wheeler against Washington. So I will just focus on money lines. Okay, based on my projections, Washington should be plus 141 48, bookmakers plus 150, so no value. Cleveland, Kansas, Tanner Beebe against Coloradans, right against lefty. Based on my projections, close to 50-50 game. I have Kansas at minus 102, bookmakers minus 120, so very similar odds. New York Mets against Houston, Holmes against Valdez, 50-50 game. Bookmakers have Houston at minus 125. I think there is small value with first 5 inning with Mets. Small value with New York Mets first 5 inning. Okay, and again, if you bet on baseball with huge run lines, you can always take safer version. So if you have plus 300 money line, you can take plus 1.5, and especially I saw that you can find nice value with plus 0.5 Asian handicap on first 5 innings, which means that if you have an underdog in first 5 innings and you take plus 0.5, then your bet is a winning bet if the game is tied after first 5 innings. And many times when you have two good pitchers on the mound and you have one good team, one weak team, many times these first 5 innings will be low scoring game, 0-0, 1-1 or something like that, and you can find the value, of course not by guessing, right, but with actual numbers. uh, San Francisco against San Francisco against Cincinnati, I have Logan Webb against Hunter Green. Based on my projections, San Francisco should be small favorite, basically close to 50-50. Bookmakers 50-50, not much value. Chris Sale against Michael King, lefty against righty. Based on my projections, San Diego should be small underdog. They are small underdog, so no value. So about the totals, I'm not huge fan of betting on totals. I didn't bet on totals. So I don't know. I didn't track it. I didn't bet it. I have here. So for those who want to explore this, but I'm not focusing on totals. Okay. I was never really big fan of totals because, you know, all those are markets. Okay, money line is one market, first 5 inning is one market, totals are one market, proposition bets are one market, so everything is one market. It is not just one sport. Okay, it is different markets. Okay, and you should always make analysis, try to attack markets, but of course you will probably not attack 30 markets, right, all the time. So you try to do this every single day, pick a couple of markets, and then try to become better. Okay, this is my opinion. Okay, but of course it depends on your time, your priorities. Okay, time, having time for betting, this is also maybe not good. We should say it is never about time. Okay, when people say I don't have time, it is not really about time, right? It is about priorities. Okay, we have different priorities. Some people love analyzing games, some people love playing PlayStation, some people love walking dogs, some people love climbing. We have different priorities. Okay, so it is not about time, but depends on your priority. If your priority is betting, this is your passion, then you can do this in your free time all the time, right? Angels against White Sox. When we have the pitcher that is not qualified, which means that either he doesn't have enough inning pitch in or certain period of time, then I simply put league average pitcher, and it is automatically no bet for me. But if you bet, of course, I always say don't follow anyone, including me. But if you make your own analysis, in this case, we can put league average number for White Sox, and if they start with league average pitcher, Angels should be minus 169. I didn't check what are the odds for this, but this is just rough projection. Pittsburgh against Miami. Alcantara is playing for Miami. he's not qualified here. I need to check why not, but Paul Skenes against Alcantara. Based on my projections, Pittsburgh should be small favorite in this one, okay? If Miami start with league average pitcher, okay? But this is automatically no. Then we have Minnesota, St. Louis. Pablo Lopez against Sonny Gray. Based on my projections, St. Louis should be minus 120. Bookmakers have this 50-50 game, so maybe small value with St. Louis if you want to bet on this game, okay? Detroit Dodgers, no value. Basically, based on my projections, Dodgers should be minus 169. They are minus 156. Small value with Dodgers. Blake Snell, he's lefty, so I made a mistake. I will just do it like this. Okay, I will just let's check just quickly. It is much closer right now. Yes, 161.64. Yeah, it is small value with Dodgers, but still not good enough. Chicago Cubs against Arizona, Justin Steele, Zach Gallen. Based on my projections, minus 128 on Arizona, minus 132 from bookmakers, which is again the same. And last game, Oakland, Seattle, Luis Severino, Logan Gilbert. Okay, two left-handed pitchers, no value. Okay, one more thing: if you bet whatever you bet, of course you need some system. You can use Excel, spreadsheets, Python, whatever, right? And why I say you should do this every single day. You see, I needed 3 seconds to check this. Okay, so because I just did this, I paste it here, change the hand or whatever. I did like this, and I needed maybe 3 seconds or something like that, right? I needed 3 seconds. Why? Because if you practice this every day, you will become better, okay? I see people, they start with spreadsheets and then it is too hard, and then they wait half year, and then when baseball season start, they start typing, and then they need 1 hour to find a cell, find the name, type the numbers, right? So it is like, I don't know, as I said, if you ask LeBron James, he will not train for 6 months, and then he will come just before the playoff starts. Of course, he will be rusty, okay? Practicing spreadsheets every single day, okay? I'm not saying this is for everyone, but practicing spreadsheets for every single day, this will make you faster, better, and more profitable in the long run, okay? And now I will give you 10 tips to have successful baseball betting season, especially if you're new to baseball. So let's move to this, okay? So here are the 10 tips if you want to have the best baseball season yet. So the first one is understand baseball unique betting market, okay? Baseball is high volume data rich sports, perfect for analytical betting, okay? 2,430 games during the season plus playoffs. This is one market or one sport where you cannot just fake it, like with NFL, where you have small sample size and you can flip a coin and you will have, I don't know, 27-15 record, and you'll say you're profitable better, okay? If you bet on baseball for 10-20 years and if you're profitable, you made 20-30,000 analyses and you made a lot of bets, and this is much more likely a skill because one baseball season is like 10 NFL seasons, okay? I'm not saying that NFL is bad, but I'm just talking facts, okay? Baseball has 2,430 games, while NFL has only 256 or something like that, okay? And it is perfect for analytical betting because you cannot win in the long run in baseball if you don't use statistics, because it will exhaust you. You cannot watch games, you cannot read news. It will exhaust you. You need to have some system that will help you, okay? Money lines are most popular, but run lines, first 5 innings, props, and totals offer opportunities too. I already mentioned this couple of times. Those are different markets, okay? And you should always be aware of public biases, heavily influenced Yankees, Dodgers, Red Sox, also Cubs in the past. So you should always stick to the numbers, okay? So sometimes you will see a bet and you will say, wow, this is not possible, they will not win it, and they will win it, okay? The second tip: bet prices, not teams. This is cliche in sports betting world, but this is true. Okay, never bet because you like a team or you don't like a team. You're betting numbers against numbers. Okay, it is always numbers against numbers. Okay, every bet should offer plus EV based on your probability against bookmakers odds. Okay, so you need to come with your own probability even before bookmakers open their odds. Okay, so you know your price and say, oh, you have your own price, and then you check the bookmaker's price and then you bet. Okay, so if your model say team has 55% win chance and the book offers plus 110, then this is a potentially good bet. Okay, third tip: build or follow a model. Okay, you can have a basic one. Okay, if you don't know how to build a betting model, and if you don't want to waste years, I have a betting model. You can click below and you can download my betting model. But you should use some betting model. Okay, if you're not developer, if you don't use Python, the spreadsheets are the best way for most bettors. You don't need to be an expert in math or something like that. We have geeks, we have those developers, smart people, but they're maybe 1% of all. And most smart people don't even bet on sports, right? So most geniuses don't bet on sports. They do some other things. Okay. Uh, I see sports bettors are most likely like me, average guys who wanted to make money, who love math statistics, and we do this. Okay, and it is possible to do this with Google Spreadsheets. Okay, and Google Sheets is the least anyone should understand. If anyone cannot use Google Spreadsheets, or this is too complex, then maybe betting is not the right way. There are other things to do in life, but this is the least anyone should do. Okay, the least, because it is very simple. Okay, you have tables, you can multiply, calculate, you can create averages, rank teams with very simple functions. You don't need to have any coding experience. Okay, of course there are people who are very smart, they do Python, they do everything, but I also saw so many very smart people, geeks. You have Reddit full people on the Reddit, very smart but broke. So it is combination of many things. Okay, and I always say mindset is the most important thing. Okay, and anyone can build and have a betting model, because MLB is ideal for models and projection based numbers. Always factor in pitchers, bullpen, lineups, everything, and stick to the advanced statistics. Okay, and even basic model helps avoid emotional or random bets. And not only this, if you have a well defined system, you can track it and improve it. Okay, fourth tip: manage your bankroll. Okay, always bet 1 or 2% per bet. Okay, around 1 or 2% per bet. So you have 100 units, divide into 1% or 2%, and this is what you should bet on game. Okay, some people will say, okay, but I only have 100 American dollars, right? So, well, then the bet should be $1 American. And then of course people want to make 10,000 American dollars from their 100 American dollars. This is not going to happen. This is just gambling. Okay, millionaires are happy if they make 10% in 1 year. Okay, if you can double your bankroll in 1 year of sports betting, you can be very happy. Okay, you cannot make a lot of money from nothing. Okay, this is not going to happen. Most people wants to make a lot of money with as little effort, as little risk, as little money. Okay, this is not going to happen. Okay, and one thing I also mentioned many times, most people are not motivated for sports betting because their bankers are too small. So if you have 1,000, even if you have 1,000 American dollars, then one unit is $10 American. Okay, nobody is motivated to bet $10 American. Okay, this is like working in McDonald's for 1 hour. It is better to work in McDonald's because at least you have safe bet. 1 hour is safe bet there, right? And you get $10. In sports betting, if you risk $10, it is not safe, right? So around 2,000, 3,000 is a good start, because then you have a good better banker, but this is personal preference. Okay, but at least based on what I saw in my life with talking with other bettors, bettors with small bankers, they are not motivated enough. Okay, and those who risk too much, they're too afraid. Okay, so it is a combination. Okay, always fix your financial problems first and then start betting. Okay, that's harsh truth. Okay, and even if you don't do this, always set an exit, always set goals and have as exit strategy. Okay, you know exactly what you will do in every single situation. What you will do if you lose 20 units, what you do if you win 40 units, what you do if you lose everything, what you do if you lose 15 bets in a row. Write down on a paper every single possible situation, from winning everything to losing everything, what you will do. Okay, I always recommend set a goal for 1 or 2 years. If you cannot make money from betting, stop betting, do something else in your life. In baseball, and in general in sports betting, I usually had 30 or 40 units goal, at least in last years. At the start I had much bigger goals, but right now much smaller. So set 30 or 40 units to make in baseball in one season. This is 8 times better than stock market. uh, Stick to your plan. Also have an exit strategy. Let's say if you hit minus 50 units, so if your bankroll is minus 15%, so if you cut it at half, stop betting this season, reorganize, take a break from betting. I'm not saying analyzing, improving, learning, taking from betting, reorganize and see how to move forward. Okay, the worst thing is to not have any strategy, and this strategy and goals can be different from person to person. Okay, it cannot be the same from someone who has 1 million in stocks, 1 million in bitcoins, and betting bankroll for baseball is I don't know, 100k. This is not the same strategy and idea than from someone uh, who is retired. He has last 2,000 American dollars and he's afraid to lose that 200 American dollars. It cannot be the same. Okay, so we have different situation. It is also not the same for student who is in debt, who has last 500 American dollars. Okay, this is all different. Okay, but you must know yourself and set the goals, what you want to achieve, and also have the exit strategy. Okay, in this case, if you do this, you will not be in panic. You will know exactly what to do in every single situation. Okay, and then you're not afraid. You will not be angry on yourself. You will not be angry on your handicapper, on your system, on the players. You will not be angry. Okay, you will not panic, because I am comfortable losing 1,000 American dollars. And if you're honest with yourself, then if you lose 1,000 American dollars, you're okay with this. If you're not honest with yourself from the start, then well, this is your problem, right? But if you're honest with yourself, set the goals, what you want to achieve, what you are willing to do to achieve this goal, and have an exit strategy. Okay, this is very very important thing, and will help a lot of bettors to have the best season yet. Okay, MLB baseball has 162 game season. Variance is brutal. I lost. I went 390 in one season, so this is like 13 straight losing bets, or 13 losing bets out of, I don't know. So, and bunker survival is more important than winning today. Okay, so always know what you're doing with your money. Okay, not only sports betting but in general. Fifth tip: monitor closing line value. I hope everybody is talking about closing line value for last couple of years now, but in very short, don't bet just before the game start. Okay, if you bet just before the game start, the value diminish. If I track my past results, some seasons would be a negative if I would bet on closing line, and in the long run, betting on closing line is a negative record. Okay, because the best bets are always much earlier. Okay, if you bet on closing line, that means that all the information about the market are included in the price, and once the bookmaker set the VIC, you lose that edge. Okay, this is very simple. Okay, you can Google this, but this is one thing that every sports bettor should understand, all those things. Okay, I would not even place a bet before understanding the basics. Okay, it is like not understanding the rules and playing in NBA finals without understanding what is, I don't know. Okay, sixth, don't follow anyone, including me. Following is not a winning strategy, and you will not never have the same results than me or anyone else. We have all different different bookmakers, location, everything is different. Okay, and past performance is not a guarantee for future results. Okay, some people say, hey, give me the system, I will bet, I will win. No, from now on I can lose every single bet. Okay, and I can lose everything in my life. I can go broke completely. Everything is possible. Okay, sports betting is not a guarantee. I don't know who even tell you that sports betting is profitable. It is 100% sure. No, sports betting is not 100% sure. Okay, does winning NBA final is 100% sure? No, it is. Is it? I don't know. If you play NHL, is it guaranteed that you will win Stanley Cup? It is not. But what we do, we train, we work hard, we do strategy, we make plays, we do our best, and then we hope for the best. And this is the only way to win. Is it sure that if you start a business that you will become rich or successful? No, only, I don't know, 90% of businesses fail. It is not guarantee. Okay, but we still do, we still try to do this. Okay, past performance is not a guarantee for future results, no matter what you do. Okay, and anyone who say that you will win 100% sure is lying. I never said that you will win with my betting models or my bets. I never said this. Okay, what I guarantee with my course, that you will learn a lot and you will increase your chances. Okay, and the betting experience will change forever. Okay, not that you will win, because this would be immature. Okay, and it would be dishonest. Okay, nobody can guarantee 100% success in sports betting, because if something would be 100%, bookmakers wouldn't offer those odds. Okay, but what we do, we try to increase our chances with the right work. Okay, and most handicappers are not long-term winners. They most don't use models or statistics, and most people who follow picks cannot even identify who is actually a winning better. So it's a waste of time. Okay, simply focus on your thing. Okay, nobody in life wins if follow anyone. Okay, not in business, not in sport. Okay, and this is something I repeat for 10 years. Okay, 7, avoid chasing parlays and big favorites, and also big underdogs or whatever. Okay, anything that is not based on numbers. Okay, I talked about parlays. uh, uh, so parlays, first of all, variance will be bigger, even if you have plus EV on every single on every single bet. Okay, but most people don't have plus EV. So first, the probability of hitting a parlay is small. Okay, secondly, bookmakers multiply week with the parlays. Okay, and even if you have somehow plus EV with every single bet, which you don't have, and I don't have, and nobody does, uh, uh, the variance is much bigger, and you will need to have huge bankroll, and most people don't have huge bankrolls, and most people don't have the discipline and strategy. Okay, so parlays are always bad. Okay, for most people. Okay, focus on single with value. Professional bettors bet on value. Okay, 8, don't overreact to short-term results. This is one very important thing. Even great better can lose 8 out of 10 bets. MLB is tricky because a lot of games, and it will be tricky. Okay, so simply stick to your process, and if you review bets based on logic and not outcome, you'll stay in the game mentally as well. Okay, I don't even want to talk about picks. People always come to me and they want to talk about picks results. When they lose 10 games in a row, then it is bad. When they win 10 games in a row, then this is good. For me, this is all funny. Okay, you should focus on finding probabilities, tracking bets, sticking to the process, sticking to the plan, exit strategy, your goals. You should know everything, what you will do in every single situation. Okay, that's very simple. Simply, you need to know what you do in every single situation. Okay, when I receive emails about picks, I have a headache. Okay, I know that those people are not winning anything. Okay, and they will never win anything at sports betting. Okay, panic about last 10 games, winning about 10 games. I like to say professional losing bettors. One losing bet for a losing better is a tragedy. 10 losing bets for a professional is just a statistic. Okay, and that's how it. Okay, so simply stick to your plan. You need to know what you will do in every single situation. So write down on a paper, if I lose, I don't know, 15 games in a row, I will stop betting forever. And if you say no, I will not stop betting forever, I will keep betting, well, then keep betting. I don't know, everything is okay. Just write down what you are willing to do in every single situation, right? And if you're not honest with yourself, then it is your problem, but you should write down everything. So if you lose 13 bets or 20 bets in a row, and if you are still in that range that you can afford to lose, then that's okay, you will come back, right? Don't panic, okay? And if you win, I don't know, 40 units after 2 months and your goal was 40 units, take money, reinvest in bitcoins or stocks and have fun. Go to summer, go to islands, have fun, okay? Do something else or make analyze. But don't overreact to short-term results. It is waste of your energy, waste of other people's energy, waste of everything, okay? It is bad energy, okay? And if you want to win at sports betting in general, you need to be optimistic, positive, okay? Because we try to predict something in the future and we don't control many things. I don't control how the pitcher will play. I don't control if some player will be injured and because of that my bet will be lost. I don't have in control many things, so I need to focus on the things I can control, okay? And everything else is waste of energy, okay? Bad energy, negativism, pessimism, this is all bad. This is for something else, okay? Not for betting. The best sports bettors are those who are pessimistic, optimistic. They believe in what they do. They understand the risk. I even know who is a winning bettor when I see the emails. When they say, hey, they are kind, they're respectful, I know those people are winning. And those people who are angry, they say, "Rah, rah, rah," they will lose everything. I know they cannot win, but you know, it is mental game, okay? Sports betting is not just about numbers, it is also mental game, okay? Because if you have the best system in the world and the system or the betting model is long-term profitable, and then you start betting and after 20 bets you're angry, you're rah, 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 and then you stop betting because you're angry and you're in panic, and then betting model start making profits, and then you come back when it is at the peak and start losing again, and you're always chasing those peaks, and you're always start betting when it start losing, because it is always going up and down and up and down, okay? Because you're overreacting to short term results, okay? That's why sports betting is a mental game. I already mentioned this couple of times. Sleeping, living healthy, this is very, very important, because you need to make predictions, and you need to make uh, bets and action every single day where you don't have all the control, okay? And it is not for everyone, okay? I see people 25 years old, they're betting, they're angry, they're watching these games all the time, and they look like 60 years old. I will be 45 years and I still feel great, I sleep well, and uh, combination of everything, okay? So don't overact to short-term results, okay? Ninth, use advanced stats, not just ERA or wins. There's a lot of advanced statistics, Fangraphs, baseball reference, or you can use Perplexity. I also have 3-hour MLB betting course for free. I will give you also the link below. You can watch. I talk about many things, but don't use ERA or betting average or I never check standings, for example. Okay, so simply dig deeper than ESPN statistics or betting trends. I also need to say that betting trends are use betting trends. If you use betting trends, just use as a small part of your analysis. Don't rely on betting trends, okay? This is the stupidest metric for sports betting, okay? It is, people use betting trends because they're simple to understand. If I tell my daughter that I don't know, Clayton Kershaw won 7 out of 10 games on a rainy day, she will understand this. But if I tell her something a little bit more advanced, she will not understand this. And most bettors love trends because they're simple to understand. But trends will not give you probabilities and plus CV. Okay, at the end of the day, you still need to get probability. If Clayton Kershaw is I don't know, win 7 out of 10 games on a rainy day, that doesn't mean that this is 70% of chance, okay? Those are just basic things, okay? So simply focus on advanced statistics, expected ERA, FIP, Sierra. If you just look at Sierra against ERA, you will make much better bets. Okay, if you use weighted run creator plus or all those things, or you can also find some, I don't know, if you have ground ball on fly ball pitcher and you can check the weather or something. There's a lot of things you can look into. Okay, but just don't look at those mainstream statistics like ERA. Okay, and 10 tip: track everything religiously and stop watching games. Okay, record bets, results, and thoughts. Tracking prevents leaks and shows where you make money, and watching games is waste of time. You need this energy for analyzing games. Okay, baseball has 2,430 games. I was living this way. I was watching all these games, and 10 15 years ago, but that was not life. Okay, if I would need to do this one more time, bothering with watching games and peaks and all those sticks all the time and stress, I would stop betting forever. Okay, and I'm completely honest. Okay, the suffering was much bigger than the benefit. Okay, right now I'm in a completely different state. Okay, I just look at the numbers, I work on my models, I work on bets, I take a break and everything else, but I don't watch games. If I watch the game, I watch it because I like to watch. Right now I'm going to Spain, I will go to one big match, and I'm not betting on that game. I will watch the game because of fun. I will take my daughter to big match in Spain for a couple of days, and not because of betting. Okay, and I don't sit at couch at home and watch games. This is complete waste of time. Imagine you spend one baseball game can be 3 hours long. Imagine that you spend 3 hours for learning about math, learning about betting models, and you actually build betting model, practice betting model. In 1 year you will become much better than those sports bettors who bet for 10 years and they are broke and they are angry all the time and they blame everyone else except them. Okay, so those are just my 10 tips. I was a little bit maybe passionate, maybe I was not politically correct with everything that I said, but take what take the ideas if you want, and simply ignore the ones that you don't like it. I will not take responsibility for anything that I said. Okay, because I cannot take responsibility for this. Okay, I just say what I think. Okay, and you can say everything is bad and you can do whatever you want, but I hope you got the idea, and I hope that maybe some idea will help you. Okay, but I can be wrong at everything. Okay, so that's it from me. And final tip: stay positive and optimistic. Okay, it is a tragedy when I see people negative, angry all the time. Many of them very smart. They're angry. I can even see them how they speak, how they talk, how they uh, fight with others. Stay positive and optimistic, okay? Because no matter what, there are much bigger things in life than sports betting. Okay, sports betting can be passion, but there are much bigger things. And at the end of the day, we have very short period of time on this world, and being positive and optimistic will also help you to make better bets. Okay. And those are my final words. Okay, so whatever you decide to take, I wish you good luck and I wish you a successful season. Oh, and I forget one question, of course. When should I bet on MLB? But I already explained this during the video. If you watch it, you should not bet at the closing times. I usually made projections and bets and analysis between 8 in the morning and 10 in the morning in my European Central European time. Okay, so you need to convert this, but this is basically, I think, in America they are sleeping, but you must do this before the game starts. Okay, because once more information comes into the market, the odds are much sharper and you it is much harder to win. Okay, and this is my final words, so thank you for watching.